Hey, beautiful people. Here I am, King Lit, giving it to you. What natal placements that don't get attached to people, places, and things? I have to break this down. What natal placement don't get attached to people, places, and things? Very powerful right here, what we're talking about. Okay, from the darkness. From the darkness to what? The light. Hey, Master Glam, see you. To the light. So what we're gonna speak on this. So what natal placement doesn't get attached to people, places, and things? Of course, you guessed it. When people are disciplined, it's Neptune. Neptune. Of course, you're right. Gemini, Aquarius, Sag, air signs, Libras too. Okay, we're gonna speak on this. Master Glam, you're right. You said Gemini, Libra. You said Gemini, Aquarius, and Sag. I'm gonna add a Libra on the air signs. Period. Cause I'm a Libra. But I got other traits too. And I got to say Neptune too. Once you're on the spiritual vibration. What I mean is, while people so concerned about the world, so concerned about what goes on, like we got a lot of brothers and sisters, especially in the African American community, who talks about each other in the media. I must, I must say this. I must stress this because by you knowing the Gemini, by you knowing the Libra, by you knowing the Aquarius, by you knowing the Sagittarius, by you knowing also Pisces energy, because Pisces can be very non-detached when they're spiritual, very spiritual vibration, because that's part of what spirituality is. And in the Bible, and you know me, I'm not a big fan of the Bible, but it's wisdom in there which says everything is meaningless, right? Everything is meaningless. Well, in the media, you will see a lot of people care about what each other say. Some up for sparks, some up for clout, some up for money. I had to say this so you can get an understanding of what I mean by being non-attached. Okay, I'm listening to different people' points of view talking about each other, right? But to me, I'm saying both of y'all really spicing up the beef and going at each other's neck. A person put a video out expressing their opinion. Another person will comment and do a reaction video to what they said. I'm saying myself, why can people have their own thoughts? Why people can't have their own thoughts nowadays? Why do people gotta make reactionary videos to what somebody else thinking? So I'm hearing points of view. I heard a older woman chop down a young sister according to her thoughts. Even if the young sister is not right in her eyes, why would you chop her down? She's a young sister. Made a whole reactionary video about this young sister. And so basically, why this is important, because when you become spiritual, you don't take sides. You neutral in the ways because you see that really all the careers you chase, all the jobs you chase, after you accomplish your goals, there's no more goals. It's like when you accomplish one goal, you got another goal to accomplish. You keep going and going and going and going. You never satisfy. So every time you do something, you never satisfy. And this is why I'm stressing Gemini, Libra, who got ability, and Aquarius, Sagittarius, and Pisces, who got the ability to non-detach themselves from people, places, and things. Is because anybody who got a lot of this in their chart, it'd be easy for them to mentally detach themselves from things, but also spiritually if they got Neptune and stuff like that, or Sag. So because people think that express themselves all the time, that's why I give Pisces number one spot, because air signs going to express themselves about something, even though they can detach themselves, they're going to express this, express that. So is Sagittarius. Pisces will literally isolate themselves and mind their own business and be spiritual and feel good and tuned. So all people got a lot of Neptune energy in their chart. You ain't got to be a Pisces. If you're a Pisces, I got a Pisces midheavens, my careers, and also like a Pisces sun, moon, or Pisces rising, stuff like that. There, it's very powerful. But people got a lot of Neptune in their chart. You know what I mean? When they become spiritual, I'm talking discipline with it, they become some of the best spiritual teachers and healers and masters. And that's why Neptune is very important when I'm speaking right now. I would give it to air signs, and that's true, they can detach, but a lot of them want to speak and communicate on things. So that's the thing. Aquarius be the air sign that really can really separate themselves from thoughts. A Gemini gonna speak on it, gonna express themselves. A Libra is balanced. It's a time where they will speak and time they won't. So, but Aquarius can really detach themselves just like a Pisces. A Sagittarius is going to express themselves fire. So I would say Neptune would take the cake because they can be in their own little spiritual meditation zone, their own little head, and feel good and attach themselves and know that the world that we live in ain't the world. This ain't really the world. And that's why people, when they make videos communicating against each other, it set a fire. Now you got many people creating videos going against each other. And this is why, as far as African Americans, this is what I'm speaking on in general, wow, they can't get along with each other because all of this here. You won't let people have their thoughts, you won't let them have their mind, and you not realize that this create a fire, just for clout, or you want to make money off these videos, all of that there. And people get killed behind making videos off of people setting the fire. They can't be detached from the world. By this older woman downplaying this young woman, according to the video I seen, I'm like, even if the young woman feels she right in her own mind, her own viewpoint, she is right. And just like in your own mind and your own viewpoint, you is right. Why she can't have her own thoughts? You made a whole video about this young girl, and you don't know if this tore this young woman down, or you don't know how this feel. You know, this young woman said she handled it well, and I believe that it didn't bother her. But still, by you doing stuff like that as an older woman, what do you want from that? You can't change the world. People think they can change the world by making videos, by posting about other people, and they say, "Well, I'm correcting the problem," but really, you instigating the problem because some people gonna still think how they think. So once you understand that, you understand that the Bible verse which says, like I said, I'm not a big fan of the Bible, but the Bible verse, I don't read the whole Bible. I don't read other books too that deal with religion, but it said that everything's meaningless. Now you see it. It don't really mean nothing. I mean, like stuff like after we chase these dreams and these careers, after we make all the money in the world, we get bored, and that's why celebrities get in trouble. Because at the end of the day, if they have all the money, they got so much money, they're used to it. It's nothing to do with it. It's nothing to do. So they get in trouble. They get in trouble. See what I'm saying? After they accomplish, they ain't got nothing else to accomplish. Now they got to find something that don't deal with money to accomplish, especially them billionaires. They got to find something like I ain't messing with hookers and cheating on their wives. They so bored and being very wild. See, when you rich, you very wild. You all over the place and you doing all that type of stuff because you think that you own the place and you into your ego. So this is why this is important. Because if you got Pisces or Neptune energy, you got the ability to do it with ease. Even Uranus. Air signs, it's a good stepping stone. But if you got a lot of Neptune with the air signs, you definitely can do this because air signs can attach mentally as long as they don't always want to express themselves about what the person going through. They can attach themselves though, they can too. Sag could too if they want to, but they got to get that fire out. Just like air signs got to get their thoughts out. But Pisces can go within themselves. They don't have to do all that. I mean, so they can mind their own business with ease and they'd be like, well, why? This is the material world. Spiritual person say this is material thinking. This is egotistic thinking. Why would you downplay your brothers and sisters? See, this is beef among each other. Yet people are always trying to rule the way you think, rule the way you think. Your thought ain't no better than my thought. It's just my truth. This is your truth. But that don't mean that your truth is better than mine. People say the world gonna end. That's their belief. I never believed that. See what I'm saying? We still here today. I go by facts. So, but I never downplay what they say. Uh, I know that my mouth work better than a lot of other mouths, but yet some people mouth might work better than mine. So with that being said, we can learn from each other. We don't have to downplay each other. If a person, you don't force a person to learn. You don't force a person to do nothing. Put your suggestion out there. Say, what I suggest is this might be helpful. It's up to you. You don't force nobody. You don't do like preachers do when they go on a block and they say that I will pray for you and you ain't did nothing. They just walk up to you and say, I pray for you, uh, and ask Jesus to forgive your sins and all that there. You didn't do nothing. You don't do stuff like that. See what I'm saying? When you spiritual. So that being said, that is, and you force it on people. Say, once you become a Muslim, once you become a Christian, that's force. That's force. That's not right. That's like putting a person under oppression, something that they might don't even want to get into. So with that being said, this is very important to learn to not get it so attached to people, places, and things, and know that even some situations don't get attached to. Like, okay, you might, for example, uh, like you paid your bill, but your money didn't get there on time, or you knew your money get there, but somebody done got you at your money. You will go through emotions when dealing with that. We got to be realistic, but it's for you to use coping skills, and this will spirituality really help, so you can find a solution. So you won't be so attached to that emotion that it drain you and drown you when you go crazy. So with that being said, this is very important. Not get so attached until it destroy you mentally and cause chaos all around you. And that's what people do in the media a lot. They get so attached to their ideas, to the way they think, and they think that's better than others. Now they want to chop their brothers and sisters down in the media. In reality, it don't even matter. It don't even matter. My eyes, I can look at 20 videos, and this brother, I can look at. I'm gonna give you an example. I can look at Louis Farrakhan video. I can look at uh, El Shelton video. I can look at even those in Comet knowledge videos. I could look at any type of videos. It's none of these people I would be so attached to I'll be idolizing. I would seek knowledge and gain it and move on. It won't be no debate who's better than who or who's this and that. Or causing disturbance, like that there. But I can tell you the facts. So I grow a whole lot. Because I used to be in the argument stage, in the egotistic stage. And so when you learn that everything is meaningless, and this is why you need Neptune, this is why you need Pisces, this is why you need Uranus, because you understand that things is meaningless, then you will live a better life and won't let too much bother you, let live and let go, because you know that nothing here is permanent, it's temporary. The only thing that's permanent is spirit, is energy. That's the only thing that don't change. That's the only thing that don't die. So once you understand that, you won't worry about what somebody say. They say the world gonna end tomorrow. Well, I think Russia gonna blow up the world. Why should I listen to you? When I know I got a higher power that can tell me the higher truth within, you know what I'm saying? Get the same truth from the higher source that I'm in tune with. But I'm listening to you, and now I'm panicking. Now I'm in fear. Now I'm going through it. Now I'm putting stuff on the media. Now I'm making all these videos, getting everybody else in panic, making everybody else scared, and nothing happened. You see, this all deal with other people's viewpoints, other people's perspectives. That's all it deals with. Everybody got a perspective. Everybody got a viewpoint. Your viewpoint is what make you or what break you in life. How you keep your peace and the peace is your viewpoint. If you have great viewpoints and be accepting of others and learn how to separate learn how to detach on certain things, you will win. But if you get too detached to people, places, and things, then that's when you can crash. Not to say that you won't be emotionally attached, but knowing the limit, knowing how to limit yourself, like set boundaries around it. You can attach yourself to people, but set boundaries around it of who and what, and what's good for you and what's not. That's what you got to do. So when we talking about in the media, when we feed it, what to say? I'm gonna read some of these comments. These are my people. Fortune and Pisces. Okay, your Fortune and Pisces. That's doing Pisces stuff like spirituality. That means a lot to you in Marshall. This is how you it'll make you feel good being spiritual and to bring fortune. You doing spiritual things and stuff like that. Neptune really gonna look out for you. So that's very powerful. I got my fortune in Leo, which me doing sunny things in the media, being funny, living life. The sun is about life, spreading light, truth, stuff like that. Acting, performing. Uh, Say that's so true. They said Pisces is like God. Not we're not trying to glorify, put it above everything. I'm just trying to say if people got this placement, it'd be easy for them to it'd be easy for them to move above the radar as far as being attached to the world and the way people think. You won't be worried about like you won't be trying to chop down your brothers and sisters with every thought they got on the media. If you do, you'll think it to yourself. You won't be all here trying to make videos to destroy them. And all people do, especially all these game bangers on the media and stuff like that, they irritate each other and start up stuff with each other. Nobody doing right in the first place. And I don't really see a person being a game banger on the media. When they get on the media, they're not a game banger no more. They done lost their principle and their value as far as what the streets represents. So far as detachment, ain't up but starting stuff. You get caught in the system, and this is why black people own YouTube. They own when I say own YouTube, I'm talking about make YouTube the way it is, and that's full of destruction of each other. Like drill rap, all this here, killing each other, guns in the video. I watch all that so I can get information, see what's going on in the world, stuff like that. So, but I don't get attached to that. I can listen to rap music, hardcore music, and don't get attached to it. It can't move me or make me do anything. I can sit here and go to the streets and go to the hood and they won't and people smoke weed, they could drink. I won't get involved with none of that because this is how strong my mind is. Everything is according to me and how I think. So if I did get on alcohol or anything, I won't be attached to it. I could drink a beer or two and won't drink no more for a whole year. So that's the type of mind you got to have. Can't be so attached until I need this. I got to have this. Like I'm gonna reveal this to y'all. Um, the woman my fiance right now, I ain't had sex with her for a while. I'm talking about until for a while, and I want y'all to understand that some people got to have it every day. And so when we talking about controlling yourself, it's called controlling yourself. Detaching yourself. When people say I got to have this because they so attached. That's what that means. When you can say, okay, this ain't all about sex. This is all about us. This is very powerful. When you can lay next to your mate without having sex and still feel turned on. This is powerful. So this is what we talking about right here. Not being attached to people, places, and things. I'm giving y'all examples. I had to start with African Americans, my people. But it's love for all people in general. Cause I got no beef with people. It's all about the energy right here. We talking about. You know, see, God is Gemini. What is y'all starting on here? God is unseen. God is felt. Yeah. Don't start no beef on him. God is weak. God is whatever you perceive it to be. According to what I'm into, really there's no such thing as God. The only reason I use God a lot is because this is what people know. You know, for me it's spirit or it's nature or netta or netaru. So It's just that me, I don't push my culture on people. I only bring it to the light when I'm around people where we can talk that talk. So this is how you supposed to do it. You don't bash people. I used to bash people about their religion. That's when you just waking up. You go through the stage of going through destroying things, destroying the old system that you was taught. So you destroying everything. But now when you get strong enough, you know how to still stand on what you stand on and still respect other people. So this is where I'm at. And I move up, elevation. So you don't move down, you move up. See, God is unseen, God is felt. God is what you perceive it to be. God is felt, God is seen, it's energy. And different frequencies, like you got different colors, different frequencies of God is energy. It's a life force. But also it's imagery, holographic pictures, color, sound, light. So that's why you see imagery of your ancestors of people. So like this world you're looking at is holographic. Like you're in a dream world, living in reality, what you call the dream world. But when you leave the body, it's temporary. You see, the only thing that's not temporary is spirit, the spirit that you are. But this is why this is important because this is energy. No matter what you think of, people think that the physical flesh is really the ultimate truth, but it's not. It's spirit. It's energy itself. Of course, the flesh is part of what energy is. It's a manifestation of it. And all is a part of each other. But this ain't it. What is it is what it is. It is what it is. Energy. So you understand that. I heard somebody say I'm throwing up gang signs because I move my hand a lot. But what they don't understand is that who do this? Who do this all the time? Move their hands when they talk. What natal placements? I know a lot of you know what natal placement do this all the time. I know a lot of you know who do this all the time. I bet you could describe. I bet some of you do this. Talk with your hands when you talking. People say Gemini is detached, but I have never been single my entire adulthood. I have 3 relationships and one now. I ask myself, why do I feel like I can't let go of person? It's success. Oh, okay, success. But you'll learn that when you become spiritual, you learn to detach yourself, like it, especially to the wrong energy anyway, and to the wrong principles. Detach yourself from stuff that don't even work in your favor. So you're gonna have some attachment. But when we talking about detach, we talking about from stuff that's so toxic. Like for example, on the media, stuff that they do, getting caught up in the media thing, be so attached that you make videos about people, and you thinking that you right, you thinking you correcting them, but nobody, no blogger, nobody's correct. And you can't even blame the blogger. It's those who put the energy out there too, like the rappers and other people. So, but the thing is, why people can't have their own thoughts, their own opinion, and that would stop all that. Because nobody will make videos about each other. Nobody be clout chasing. Nobody be clowning each other. I done seen people. I done seen kids make videos. Like I'm talking like 5-year-old kids or 4-year-old kids, and I can't believe the stuff that I see people, grown folks, put in the comment, messing with the kids, calling them names. Why their mama dress them like that? I'm like, you see, this is the type of stuff I'm talking about. This the thoughts of the world, but I can't get mad at that because I got to be detached from the way they think. But I know that that ain't the right thing for them to be doing because this is a kid. A kid don't know no better. And to be mad at their mama only doing the best that they could. You see, you still, regardless, this still a kid. But you making all these comments, negative comments, it's a shame, the way we think. And this is why we need detachment and cleansing from things of the world. Because we think we need to respond to everything. Everything don't need a response. If you're not responding in a positive, good light, it's no need to respond. at all. See, let me see, let me read this. Virgo placement. Okay. Yeah, Virgo can attach themselves pretty well too once they become very spiritual divine. Yeah, they strike me as that too because they would says I'm always talking with my hands. Have used them too. Yeah, Gemini probably got that too. But you probably got other stuff in your natal chart too, eyes that force you to do that. Like Cancer, the moon do that, and Sagittarius definitely good with that. See, see, even when I'm alone, it's like I have stalkers and haters, even my lovers. That's your thoughts. Sometimes people thoughts. I done dealt with people where they thought this, thought that, because it's all they say it might be all in my mind. So yes, it's in your mind. So a lot of times it be in your mind. That's why you got to learn spiritual discipline. It's a process. Go through it. You know, you just ain't gonna learn over one day. You just keep on a spiritual journey, spiritual knowledge, and you eventually get it if you're very serious about it. It says, I'm reading these comments as you got Venus and Leo. I don't have Venus and Leo, but I do got Libra in the Leo house, still in a Libra, which the planet is Venus. Because Libra planet is Venus, so it's in the Leo house, and that's my most dominant house. Cause I got Libra in the house of Leo, with the Sun in his own house, the Sun house. So I do have that. That might be it. A session. Oh, you say eyes. Eyes got Venus and Leo. Okay. Oh, he got that Scorpio, very excessive energy. Oh, Pluto. Pluto, a very excessive energy. That might be it, a session. And Gemini's sun usually feel like they're missing their twins. Greetings. I see you keep a Weeba. Maybe Masculine's crazy. I was married to a Virgo divorce, and now I'm with a Scorpio. I could go on. Yes, keep your energy. Don't always need to express everything. Okay, y'all talking to each other. Uh, yes, but moving on. Moving on. This is very important. This is very important. When we saying that Pisces energy, Neptune, when they become so spiritual, so divine, everything is spiritual when you carry out this energy. Everything is spiritual. Everything you touch, you enjoy life. Of course, other elements too, like fire, they help out this energy. Cause I got the water grand trine, fire help it out. I got the sun house, stuff like that. But we have to learn to detach ourselves from people, places, and things. And if you got stuff like Pisces, it'll be simple for you, definitely. If you got stuff like Aquarius or air signs, it could be Libra, Gemini, or Sagittarius. It could be too, but mostly Pisces. Scorpio do Scorpio do give a. It depends on. Scorpio got to be right, and see, any sign that's right can really can do this. Like Scorpio, because they got a hard drive to whatever they want to accomplish. So they got to be right. You can attach yourself from worrying about people, what people say, or worrying about how people think. Instead of appreciate it. I appreciate all thoughts, the bad, the good, the ugly, because it taught me. It teach you, it give you wisdom. You don't have to always comment on things. Cause to be honest with you, if you look at the deep side of life, I know a lot of these rappers be saying this, saying that, saying that. But the thing is, it's bigger than them. You gotta think, this is a world that got billions and billions of people. Billions and billions and billions of people. What you see on YouTube, you got people, so many people that's not on YouTube who really are doing what they trying, what other people trying to do in the streets. It's a shame. So they be stressing that on these videos. If you're on YouTube, you don't lost your gangster element. That's basically it. If you doing that, me myself, I'm spiritual, divine, and when I see something like this, I can show you. I can use this to show you, to teach. I can use this as a tool to show you what is what. I can use this to show you, beautiful people, what is what. So I use this as a tool because I see the Neptune energy in that being detached. And I see the Uranus, they can be detached. Air signs in general, mentally, if they want to, but they have a need to express themselves. But Pisces could really detach. That's a very spiritual planet. Because they understand that everything is meaningless. Only ultimate truth is spirit. You know what I mean? Just like Life Path 7. People got the number sevens. They can really detach themselves from people, places, and things. So 11s could do it too if they really put themselves to it, especially 7 because they strictly about that energy. So when we talk about Neptune, we talk about Pisces. Yes, attach yourself. You learn how to accept people more, and you'll learn that all this is more like a gimmick. You'll learn that organizations, everything is utilized for people's own purpose. You have a group of people who had bad experience with homosexuals, so now they're gonna create an organization to go against them. You know what I mean? They have bad people who have bad experience about this, so they're gonna create an organization about that. But then in the long run, when they create these organizations, at first they get along, and now they're hating against each other. I don't know no organization that really stood together for the long run, other than Freemasonry and stuff like that, or like anything that deal with secret society or Freemasonry. Other than that, I'm talking about in the forefront, like organizations like Black Lives Matter, like we talking about like especially like black organizations, because I know they've been it's infiltrated by the FBI, but still, I never seen any organizations that stood the test of time, especially a black organization, of course. Um, it started out good. It started out good with using the Crips for the betterment of the hood. The Black Panthers started out good, but then it get infiltrated and all that there. So we're not even going in that time. We could talk about today. You know what I mean? We know we understood that the FBI infiltrated the organization, but even today, when we don't really have to have them problems today like that, it still revolves around money, power, respect. And this is what get many people killed because they can't attach themselves and cooperate with each other because everybody want to be the powerful one. Everybody want money over the other. Nobody want to be in a lower position or play their role of what they're here to do because everybody got different gifts. So this is why it won't work. So when we talking about attaching yourself is very important because you'll find out in the long run that all these organizations, it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work because somebody gonna hate against each other. So you gonna learn, and that's why I make this video about had a text the other day to recharge. Yeah, Pisces stealing. Okay, keep a weeper. That's what's up. That's what's up for real. Keep a weeper. So yeah, that's what's up. You got to detach yourself from all this. You know what I mean? Because this the world we living in. The world is a hell of a place. If you want a lot of views, if you want to get famous, you have to do the wickedest things, the craziest things to get famous. Selling your soul to the earthly plane, selling your soul, what they would say the devil, selling your soul to Satan, selling your soul. So, and this is what you got to do. You got to be wild. If I really want to get my views up, you got to do the wildest stuff. I know how to do that because you got to do. If I was so clout chasing, I know how to do that. So you got to do all of this stuff, and that's why detachment is important to this world because you say your soul to these people, you crash anyway. There's no win either way. It might seem good at first, you get the millions, but then you still gonna crash. I don't know too many people who do good with a lot of money because everybody, a lot of these celebrities seem like they go through a lot. It's probably certain celebrities who really doing what they're supposed to do, but they stay out the media a lot. So a lot of celebrities, they go through so much suffering. The kids' mental illness because they can't survive. They depend on them. They spoil. They go through a lot of stuff. So y'all think that having money is it, but they suffer. After a while, they too used to spending. They get tired of spending. You get tired of spending when you got money like that. You got a lot of buku of money. You get tired of spending, and so they get bored. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you done brought $1 million chains and over and over. You done brought cars over and over and over. They get bored of these people. It's nothing to them, and so they got to find a new way. Then they go to the lower level. They go to the streets. It's already on the lower level by having the egotistic thinking, and now they go even more lower when they bored and mess with prostitutes and 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 now they hanging in the streets today. You got basketball celebrities hanging in the streets, you get $2 million contracts, hanging in the streets. So they go to the lower realm. They don't know what to do with this money. They don't know what to do with this stuff. They don't know how to give back to the community. They don't know how to build community, build a foundation. They don't know how to do all that. Especially African people, black people don't know how to build a foundation. And so when we talk about Pisces energy is very important to our well-being. Neptune. Um, the sun even make it more stronger. Sun conjunction Neptune, sextile Neptune, trine Neptune, or Neptune definitely in the house of Virgo, give them discipline. It give you discipline. The sixth house, Neptune in the sixth house, or Neptune in Virgo can help give people a balance and discipline. So this is very important right here. Spiritual vibration. Cause this is more Neptunian video right here, to be honest with you, because this is a placement that can overcome all of that what's going on in the world. And they have great understanding that everything people do, nobody right, nobody right, nobody wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's according to somebody's perspective. You got a viewpoint, now I got a viewpoint. So who's better than the other? I'm persuading people to believe me. I got people to believe me. Then you got people to believe you. Now we clashing over viewpoints instead of just letting each other have each other. I let you have your viewpoint, and I have my viewpoint, and this is how we win. So we can compromise. If this stuff, if you learn to detach yourself and y'all learn to work things out, things will be good. A lot of stuff in the media won't be going on. We won't be feeding into this, but people want to get paid doing this, spread negativity because they say this is how they eat. But so you just make YouTube. Then the first thing they'll do, they'll blame YouTube. I can't say this make YouTube. People will blame YouTube and call YouTube evil. YouTube is doing what it do. It give you a platform to use. Without YouTube giving you that, you won't have no platform to use. So you can't blame YouTube. You got to blame yourself because you ain't got to get on YouTube. You see, a lot of people always say, like I used to say, Facebook put me in jail all the time. Why I'm on their platform? They can do what they want. They made their app. Create my own app. You see, this is the type of attitude you got to have when you detach yourself. You understand that. Let me create my own app, and if it don't work out, okay, oh well. As long as I tried, I did it. At the end of the day, it don't mean a goddamn thing. I know I'm cursing. It don't mean a thing. It don't mean a thing. Even when I just curse, it don't mean a thing. So it don't mean a thing. Detach. You can detach yourself from the earthly ways and things like that there. Because at the end of the day, you chase one goal. You get a house. You get a car. You get the best job in the world. You work so hard. You keep working. You almost having nervous breakdowns, overlapsing. Then you realize, hmm, what does really matter? I done achieved all this, but I done achieved it, but now I have back pain and back injury, working so hard, like that there. And then you realize that it don't really mean nothing at the end of the day because you gonna always have goals to accomplish, always. In the meantime, might mean something, but then after you accomplish it, you're like, what's the next goal? You know what I mean? After you have money a while, you get used to it. See, now you bored. You don't know what to do because you didn't realize That the only ultimate truth, the only thing that can keep you happy, the only thing that keep you fulfilled is spirit. Every day I smile. I'm talking about like people wonder where I get my happiness from. It's spirit that does this. It's spirit. That's the only thing that can keep you happy. It's spirit. The only thing that can keep you strong and motivated is spirit. Without spirituality, I won't be nothing. So my whole basis of doing this in 40 minutes, just to stress about how powerful spirit is. When it helps you detach yourself from worldly things. So this being said,